beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. And if you're here for the first time, I'm so thrilled to have you here. I hope you get to subscribe and be a member of this family. On today's video, I'm so excited to be here with you because we're going to be making a poof, or rather an ottoman. And as you can see, I've already made one and it's really comfortable, you get. So my client had me make her some poofs and I wanted to show you the process of how I made these. So yes, grab whatever you can and let's do this together. We begin by gathering our materials, and as you can see, I have pieces of wood that actually are recycled, which is one of the things you have to consider if you're doing a DIY or you're doing some reupholstery. So I had my local craftsman cut the sizes that I required and put everything in order because I did not have a jigsaw, but everything worked out perfectly. So putting everything together by nailing them all down, and as you can see, it worked out perfectly. We are almost there. After creating the base, we go ahead and cover our base using this piece of sack. And also for this step, you can choose to use the cardboard, that is the carton boxes. You can use them to cover the base, that is, they make the outer part more smooth before attaching the foam to your base. Once you're done, trim the edges to make it look even and neat. As much as we're going to cover it using the foam, you just have to like trim the edges for that neatness, you know. Just make it clean. It's perfection. What we are about to do now on this step is using this piece of foam, and we're going to cut the size that I'm going to be using as the top part to cover the base, the top, which will be the seat. You can use a knife, any type of a knife or scissors to cut off the foam. Just use what you have. That is the whole idea of DIYing. You just use what is available. And this piece of foam is 3.5 inches. These other foam, which we're going to be using on the outside to cover the base, on the sides is 1 inch. And so we are going to enclose the base to make it puffy on the sideways using it. And again, to attach the foam to the wooden base, we're going to be using the small hammer and the tacks again, the shoe tacks. Yes, that is what we have to use for this procedure. It's just that simple. But if you have the staples, enough staples, you can also go ahead and do the same. All is done. We've covered the top, we've covered the sides successfully. Now let's go to working on the top part. And before attaching the piece of foam to the wood, I used an adhesive. This is wood glue. I chose to use it to stick the foam fast to the wood before stapling everything else together again. I realized that the foam wasn't actually full on the side. So I chose to add another layer of the 1-inch foam to complete it on the sides to make it look more full, more puffy, just to make it look like endless. So we added this piece of foam onto the other foam again before adding our fabric. And for this project, I chose a fabric that is brown in color, which should match the coffee table from our previous video. Remember to pull the fabric tightly at the edges as you nail everything down so that the whole foam can get absorbed into the fabric. And we're going to be using again the tacks to attach the foam with the fabric. And remember, this is a project that you can do without sewing your fabric together. I do not have a sewing machine. I want to actually acquire one, but if you do not have a sewing machine, even if it's the smallest hand sewing machine, no problem. You can go ahead and use the tacks as I am doing with a hammer, and everything will work out perfectly. So we are done with the top part. We head out to the sides of the poof, just estimating the fabric that I need to know how much I'm gonna use to cover the sides, remembering that we are not sewing in this project. We're doing everything using the tacks and a hammer. This is how everything is turning out to be. As you can see, we are almost there. We're done. If you're liking the video so far, please remember to leave me a big thumbs up, and as we can engage together by leaving me a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think, or what maybe I could have done better. Just engage yourself and tell me what you think. I want to hear from your side. We're almost there. We're at the bottom of the poof, so we get to attach the fabric to the wood. And remember, you have to pull everything together so that there cannot be any excess fabric loosening itself on the sides. We want everything looking just neat, so remember to just pull as you nail it together on the wood. We are done nailing the fabric, so remember to cut off the excess fabric before covering the bottom using a lining I mean. And this is the lining that you're going to use to cover the base. Remember, we also want neatness at the bottom, even if no one will see, no one will always look at the bottom. We just want a perfection at the end of the project. Look at how it turned out to be. I'm so happy with the outcome. It's looking neat, it's looking so pretty and all covered up. I'm also amazed at this stage how both the poofs really look. I had really no idea that I would pull these out, but you just have to trust in yourself. If you love something, you have to deliver, and I have to give the best to my client. So at this stage, I thought they were looking really dull, and I wanted to use these decorative pins to decorate the line where both the top and the top and the bottom part really meet, where you can see a line. I needed to add some pins to make it look more attractive. So let's do it together too. At this stage, I went ahead and used a piece of fabric from that which we used in making the coffee table. I wanted to give it a more decorative appearance and for it to look like it comes in as a complete set together. And at this point where you can see both pieces of the fabric come to meet, I decided to use the hot glue gun to attach them together before finishing the tacks, before finishing off with the tacks. Finally, we are done. This is how the both poofs look when put together. I can say that I really tried to pull out the design I had in my head and they look quite appealing. So, how do you think about them? And when we put together the whole set, that is how it looks like. I'm really amazed, to be honest. I didn't think that I have this in me, but I'm amazed. See, it is really comfortable. It's puffy on the top. It's really looking good from my point of view. I hope that you get to leave how you feel about it in the comment section below. And please, if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and be a member of this family. Till next time, bye.